game store never disappoints, as I always find something crazy at this location, and I literally stumble into the craziest, most obscure items that I didn't even know existed. Well, this is Outlaw Video Games. It's in Maryland, and you have to check it out because I always find something cool here. So this store has some of the craziest stuff each time I come in here, but this Space Channel 5, this looks like some sort of promotional press kit for this awesome Dreamcast game. It even comes with this VHS tape. This is just so cool. It comes with a sticker, it comes with a little tattoo, a copy of the game. Just so neat to find this like crazy stuff that you just don't see anymore. This is just so cool. So I've seen the Patrick in this like cool little blister pack, but I have not seen a sealed SpongeBob. This is an odd PlayStation 2 controller. It says put SpongeBob in your hands, compatible with the PS2. Just so cool. Nickelodeon right there. And then just seeing all of this awesome stuff. This is just really neat. I feel like you don't see this stuff very often, especially still sealed, still brand new. And these games were just fantastic back in the day. So I did not expect to walk out of the store with this. This is the Space Channel 5 press kit. This thing is pretty rare, and it comes with some crazy goodies inside of this. Now, I feel like you just see the tin, or sometimes you might see a couple of these extras, but finding these complete, finding them in great shape, you know, for the Sega Dreamcast, it's like you don't see this stuff every day. So when you do, and you see an amazing deal, and they're willing to work even better deals, like, it is so wild to find this stuff. And I absolutely love it because I'm all about these, like, weird little trinkets. You get a cool sticker. You get a temporary, like, little tattoo. These are just such a throwback. This VHS tape, I feel like I never have seen this stuff before. And then, of course, a cool sampler for the music, and then a copy of the game. And not just any game, this game is actually sealed. So this is definitely a fun one for those Dreamcast collectors and people who really enjoy the Dreamcast, just because there was a lot going on with this. It was such a unique game. You know, this whole rhythm, this music game, you have to save the world from aliens who are causing people to dance. Like, that is just so wild and something so innovative at the time. I feel like it was just so creative, so quirky, so unique, and just so cool. So they always have a crazy selection. They're always expanding and adding more. This right here, Bionic Commando for the Nintendo Entertainment System. This is one that I still needed. So in Bionic Commando, you have to save a super operative. This is a pretty hardcore game. You know, you have to master your skills as you're playing it. The music is great in this. It's loosely based on the arcade game, so that is something to keep in mind. You know, you pretty much have the soldier who has a gun, and the left arm has like this whole grappling hook. It's very unique. It just has a lot going on with all of the different obstacles that you have to master. And this is still a rather inexpensive yet fun game for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So this is a throwback right here. So I saw this, and you would think back to school time, this would be something relevant. Well, this is for Super Mario Galaxy. This is from 2009, so it's a little old, but we have this fantastic game for the Nintendo Wii, probably one of the top tier games, and this is just so neat. You get all this cool little promotional stuff for back to school. I love the images and stuff on here. This is completely sealed. Back in the day, Marshall's getting this for just a couple dollars. And this is just so neat to have. These are such a throwback from back in the day. All of these Burger King toys from the Pokémon movie. This is just so cool. We have Pikachu here. I mean, just look at all of these crazy looking toys. Of course, they have like the stands and stuff that come with them. I remember seeing some of these like promotional displays and just remembering these from back in the day. Just so cool. And then each one has an image of that particular, you know, Pokemon from the movie. This is just so cool. And there's literally an entire box here of just so many. Like Scyther, like these are just throwbacks Just so crazy. Oh, this one right here. Just so cool seeing all of these. And then as you can tell, there's literally like, probably like almost 50 of them or something in here. Just so crazy seeing all of this throwback stuff, and just a classic for sure. And then on to this Nintendo title, we have Yoshi's Cookie. This is one that I still didn't have. This one is very cutesy. So pretty much in this puzzle game, you have Mario as a chef, and your cookies need to disappear. So you have to match these different rows of cookies, and ultimately they will disappear. So just a puzzle game, very similar to some of the others, but so much fun and so cool seeing Yoshi in this game. Just a throwback from back in the day. All of those puzzle games were so much fun, and they still hold up because they're so easy. They're just so quick to pick up, and then as you just progress through, they get a little bit more challenging, or they take a little bit more time to like clear through. But this store, each time I go to it, I learn more and more out there. Like, just so much when it comes to different video game items, these rare items. I don't know how he stumbles into all of this crazy stuff, but it's so cool to see. It's so cool to learn about this stuff, and I find things that I didn't even know existed, or things that I didn't need, like this. This is the Super Mario Galaxy 11-piece value pack. You get 2 portfolios, a theme book, 3-inch by 5-inch memo pad, a pencil pouch, 3 number 2 pencils, a sharpener, a ruler, and eraser. Like, why would I need this stuff? So I just love seeing these guidebooks anytime that I go into a different store. It's just really neat because they have some fantastic ones, like Maximo Ghost to Glory. These are fantastic games that are a little challenging, and they're just so much fun. Definitely a throwback for sure. Then seeing this Mace Griffin Bounty Hunter. Just so many here of all of these classics. I mean, this one's a pretty decent size. We have Dragon Quest. So that's a really cool one to see. Just so many different books that they have. We have Metal Gear Solid, the official mission handbook, and then even this one. I would have to say I spent so many hours playing Need for Speed Underground 2 back in the day. Just the music, you know, this quick-paced racing action, so much fun, and just a blast every time that I play it. And then on to this Nintendo game. So this is one that I didn't really know too much about, so I'll have to dive into this one a little bit deeper. But this game, you know, you just really do need more time when you're playing it. You have this whole Greek mythology, this whole like 16-year-old in high school who has to save the day. So this kid, you know, it does have like platformer abilities to it, just having spells in this game, this whole power bar, this whole cutscene action that you have. There's really just so much going on with it, and there are like a ton of variety of these different monsters. So I feel like this is something that I'll devote a little bit more time to, kind of see how it holds up to this day. But this is one that I'm curious if you guys have played this before, if you know about it, and if this is any fun. But this is Ferrari Grand Prix Challenge. So this one reminds me of a lot of those other games during this particular time, and it's really not that bad. So this reminds me of Pole Position, and pretty much just a cheaper, you know, more inexpensive game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, but still one that I feel like a lot of people might have played back in the day, and maybe they are super nostalgic for this and these particular racing games. I feel like this is one that I've seen people play. Maybe I've played it before, and I'll have to like look into that, but it is a pretty fun one so far, especially for the inexpensive side. I want to know what you think about this store. What do you like best about some of these locations? Do you like how they have like crazy stuff that you don't see every store? Do you like finding those like weird oddities when you go out video game hunting? Or are you kind of focused in on a particular system, a particular franchise? And are you looking for some of those like heavy hitters or those great games or just the cheaper fun titles? I want to know how you collect and what you liked best about this video. What did you see at the store that you would have picked up if you were there? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you're ever in Maryland, you have to check out this video game store. This is Outlaw Video Games. They have some crazy stuff, and I'm always finding some of the coolest stuff there. So of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out all of my other videos and stay tuned for more.